Hello everybody, I'm Xenothicclips and welcome back to more single-player survival. I have done a couple things off screen and we'll get to that in a second, but first I realized I forgot to do any editing on the last video, and I also forgot to put up a description that should be put up, well, that should be fixed by the time this is put up, but here we are. This is the texture pack, I'm still calling it a texture pack, resource pack that I am using. It is called Add Reforged. Well, I don't know. Something like that. And we are getting more lag. I am now a bit concerned that it might have something to do with the fact that I am actually recording, or it might have something to do with Minecraft itself, one of the following. So I did do a bit of mining off screen. I got 10 iron, a couple stacks of coal, a bit of other things. So, yeah. Today we're gonna be going back into the mine since it's nighttime again. And then afterwards, well, let's see. So I was considering that with where we started, we might want to actually pack up everything and move. And it would be better to do that when I can fit everything into one inventory. So I figured that actually we're going to do some mining, and then we're going to start getting packed up and ready to move on to a new area. And yeah, so we're going to cut and jump to when there's something interesting going on. Till then, I'm just going to be looking in the mines. Be right back. Alright, I was kind of sort of caught off guard by a zombie. That's wonderful. Not really. No, it really isn't. Sands, we're now going to be falling forever while my world refuses to load. So many trunks so far away. Yep. So, it seems like this is the perfect opportunity to restart. And we're gonna have to just punch a zombie to death, it seems. Since it's got no equipment, everything's so far away that I doubt it'll even be there by the time I get back to it. And while I could really just go back to it and see if I can get in time, it was barely anything anyways. That was a really poor start for me. And for me, I mean just like, well, anybody playing Minecraft in general. So I think that we're just gonna keep moving on, because that did not work as well as it should have. Alright everybody, we're back and we're now in a roofed forest. It took quite a while to swim over here, and right now my computer feels like lagging even more than it did already. Honestly, this is getting to the point where it's literally almost unplayable. That was a horribly worded sentence, I apologize. But yeah, I'm really having some computer issues right now, it seems. I'm gonna have to, at some point, look into the problem, but for now, we're just gonna have to deal with it because, well, I mean, why? I don't know. I just feel like recording right now anyways, even through this lag. I know it might not be quite so interesting, though, watching me lag out and probably die to something. And, yeah, this extremely low frame rate is not very nice. And by not very nice, I mean very much not nice, which is just the same word we say, which is basically the same thing I already said, just reworded. Well, you get what I'm trying to say. this isn't. I'm not liking this lag. Yeah. So I'm trying to get an oak sapling. Why oak? Well, why not? Oh goodness. I know there are a lot more dark oaks, and then I could easily get one of those. But I don't know why I just feel like going for an oak door. Also, another advantage to the oak door is that I know it has a window, and if I remember correctly, the dark oak does not. But that just might be me having a poor memory, because I've only really ever made doors before this, what's it called? Before playing here, and even on multiplayer servers that I have played on, they've had special plugins to make it look normal. Like, all doors are oak doors. Oh well, we're now suffering through a bit of a crash, and that's horrible, but I'm learning to deal with it. So, I very much intend to use this little strip right here as a farm, and I'm just going to move this right here so we've got a bit more room. So we're going to take our, let's see, we need 3 if I am correct. Then we can make a crafting table. Place that down. Wait. Use 2 to make sticks. And then 3 more and we can make a pickaxe. And we're going to get some stone, and we're going to also lag. Okay, so if I am correct, this is one of the stone variants. Yep. Okay, that explains that. I had been wondering for a while why the stones looked weird like that. And that's our answer. It was because they are the stone variants, not the actual stone. Ooh, a cave. And this time we're gonna get coal before we have to burn wood for charcoal, so that's another nice thing. And I'm just gonna take a couple pieces of this, and then I'm going to take a couple more pieces of cobblestone, and now what we're gonna do during nighttime I don't know. But I'm going to use this to make a stone pickaxe, and we'll use that once our wood one breaks, or if we need to do anything with iron. We're going to make a furnace, and then we're going to use 2 more sticks to make... And it looks like we're just going to have exactly enough stone to make a sword. Or, no, wait, 1 off. Alright, that's a bit annoying, but 1 more stone, not that much. Now we're gonna get that stone, and we're gonna make a hoe, and then we're gonna start, what's it called? Start farming. Yep, time to farm. There we go, achievement get. Or no, wait, it no longer, or wait, does it say achievement get? I wasn't entirely paying attention. I just now realized that the chat doesn't say achievement get. It says that I have just earned the achievement time to farm. And so, yep, we're going to try and make a little hidey hole until the morning. And I got the hiccups apparently. And we're gonna try and make a little hidey hole in this cave. And yeah, That explains why I was having trouble. I was trying to dig with a hoe. I'm sure somebody noticed that and was wondering why I was doing that. I just really didn't notice. So we're just gonna like here. So we're going to, if I could not lag, that would be wonderful, but that isn't going to happen. I always will lag, it seems. Going to take 2 more bits of wood and lag, it seems. Boom. Here. And then there. And then we got oak doors. Boom, right there. Then we're gonna take a stick and a piece of coal, and we're gonna put down a torch right here. And yeah. So we're gonna make another jump cut here, and we're going to go back when something interesting happens. Alright, so it's still nighttime, but I kind of got a bit bored of waiting for it to be daytime, so we're just going to try and dig up this coal. And yes, I do realize I'm using the wooden pickaxe. The reason why I'm not switching to the stone one is because I really like, in my opinion, it's kind of a waste to make a wooden pickaxe and then only use it to dig up like 3 stone. So we're just gonna use it till it breaks, and then just switch to this stone one in our inventory if we find any iron. Which, with my luck so far in this world, I doubt we will. Being as 10 pieces of iron after about, I want to say, 10 minutes of mining is really bad. But maybe this time we'll get a bit of a lucky break. And who knows, maybe we're probably at some point going to find diamonds. Maybe it'll be soon. But then again, chances of that happening with my luck are low. And this connection is like this. I don't. If anyone has any suggestions to get the quality, like to increase my frames, that'd be nice. I'm probably going to lower my video settings because this is just ridiculous. Yeah. This is quite ridiculous by now. So, I'm going to finish off this little cave area. It's got more coal up here, I think. I'll look back and see if I missed anything. Okay. Nothing. Alright. And so, we are going to just mine this coal and then end the episode. So, yeah. I know this might not have been the most interesting episode, but I'm trying to keep it a bit more entertaining than just putting the straight out footage, and that's why I skipped the like 5 or 6 minutes that I was swimming. And yeah. So yeah, just a couple more pieces of coal. But there is one other thing that I do actually want to do before we end. Alright, going to put down this torch. Put them both down. I specifically want that last torch for putting it. If we can do this without dying, that'd be amazing. But with any luck, we should be able to just plop that down. Our wheat should continue growing throughout the night. And then by the next night, we should have fully grown wheat, because the time it takes for wheat to grow is about 20 minutes, give or take a bit. So, once I get this closed, that has been all for this episode. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more if you enjoyed, and goodbye!